Welcome back, friends, to Daybreak Farm. I'm Dawn, that farm wife, and today we are going to start sweet potato slips 3 ways. That's 1, 2, 3. So I have been looking at all of the different ways that people do this, and I want to give them all a try. So we're going to try all 3 ways, starting with the planting it in the soil and the pan bit. So let's get started on that, okay? All right, so we're starting with the first method, which is to put your sweet potatoes in soil, nice moist soil. So what I did is I have this, baking pan that you can get at any store. I put some Miracle Grow potting mix in here, and I'm just gonna get it a little wet because I want it damp. Just like starting the seeds, you want to start with some damp soil. You don't want to wet it afterwards. So we're going to get this nice and wet. Now what I have for starting is just some good old grocery store sweet potatoes to start from. I've never actually grown sweet potatoes before, so this is a new one for both of us. And like I said, I wanted to try all 3 methods of starting sweet potatoes. Now I say 3, but this is maybe the first 2 are extremely similar. The only thing different about them is going to be that we're going to try one on a heating pad and the other one without the heating pad, just to see, or heat map, just to see which one grows faster. Because most of the people I've seen just put them, the sweet potatoes in there, put it under a grow light, or even just in a sunny window and let it grow. But then I seen some genius who said put it on a heat map and it grows faster. So I really just wanted to test that theory and see if it grows faster, because I haven't seen anybody else who's actually compared all of the methods. So I wanted to do it and see which one worked the best. All right, she got this moist, so I'm just gonna get my sweet potatoes. Like I said, I just got whatever they had at the grocery store. Beggars can't be choosers. That one's kind of moldy already. Let's try something else. All right, so just gonna take them and kind of smush them down in the dirt. Is add some more soil up around the potatoes. You still want to be able to see them. But you just want that potato to know it's in the dirt. And then I am going to water that in some more. I did not poke holes in here, so I don't want to overwater this because the water won't have any place to go and I'll just be setting up for rot in here. But what I am gonna do is kind of similar to, when you start your seeds, you put the dome over it to do the humidity. Well, I don't have a dome for this, but I'm gonna curl up the edges, make it a little bit taller. And I'm gonna put some saran wrap over the top of it just to create that little bit of a humidity dome. We should be able to see the roots on the sides of the container as they start to grow. And that'll be a good indicator of how we're doing. if I have any. I'm gonna put that one in here. And we'll put this one in here. Same thing. So I'm gonna put this one on the heat map, and this one's just gonna be without it. So we will see which one sprouts faster and gives me those slips. And then I'm gonna run upstairs, grab me a glass so we can do sweet potato in a glass and see how that does. Let's get this wet. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this one though. I'm gonna cover it up with some saran wrap so we can create that humidity dome, and then that way you don't have to worry about coming back and watering it all the time. Because who needs one more thing to do, right? All right, third way we're gonna start. Sweet potato. This one's got a little bit of mold on it, so I'm going to just hit it with some hydrogen peroxide. Kind of sterilize it a little bit. And let's take, I think that's the end we want in there. But anyway, you're gonna put some toothpicks in it. Up near the, oh, let's get it at the same level, wouldn't that be good? And you just stick it in the glass of water. Now you got to do this though, and maybe I need one more toothpick. There we go. You got to change the water out every couple of days. Yeah, I need another toothpick. Oh, why don't we just do this? There we go. Change the water out every couple of days. I'm going to add a little bit of hydrogen peroxide to this. And I'm gonna spritz these down with some hydrogen peroxide just to kill any bugs or germs that might be growing in here. And it moistens the soil. Kind of a dual purpose thing. All right, cover with plastic wrap. We fixed it. All right. And of course, since this is metal, it's not gonna stick the best, but I think it will have a better chance with this on here than if it didn't have it. This one will hopefully go a little bit better. You just need one piece, right? All right, stay tuned for how this turns out. Here's how the sweet potato slip experiment turned out. So you can see I have my 3 different things that I was trying with the sweet potato slips. Now, in all honesty, they I had to switch out some of the potatoes because they were just rotten. And I think it was just because I started with kind of old potatoes to begin with. So here is the first one. This is the sweet potato slip that I did in the dirt and then put it on a heat map. So you can see the heat was the key because it really just went crazy. I've already broken some off and put them in a jar of water to let it root some more. And I'm gonna pick off some of those today right there and root those as well. This one is in the dirt and no heat mat, and you can see it's just now, well, in the last few weeks has started to show some slips. And then my third one was put the potato in the water, and I did have to switch that one out. And it is getting little tiny roots on the bottom. And I think it'll eventually get some slips. I think that's what that is, a little tiny slips starting. But anyway, so Alright, so I just realized that I had accidentally had my camera set to time lapse while I was showing you how to pick off the slips from the sweet potatoes. So hopefully you caught that. I'm going to show it kind of again. I've got one here that I can do off of this one. And basically you're just going to snap that off. Ooh, got some good roots with it. And it goes in the jar of water. So again, you just want them to be at least 5 to 6 inches tall. Ooh, that's a good measurement right there. And put them in the water and let them root. I might go get a bigger mason jar for that. Re-put the dirt around them so they can grow some more slips for you. Sweet potatoes are something that's you're not gonna put in the ground until the ground is really warmed up. So even in Georgia, you probably wait until about May, because I can't believe this one's growing. It's like total mush, but it's got a slip growing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something about sweet potato slips and how to grow them. So I'm looking forward to having some sweet potatoes this year. I've never grown them before, well, except for the ornamental kinds. So thanks for watching. See you next time.